The Chicago Sky received devastating news about the back injury with Angel Reese. Angel Reese has been ruled out for Sunday's contest against the Phoenix Mercury. It's some concern looming around the Chicago Sky's organization. And we're going to unpack all that here next, here on the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. Well, the Chicago Sky season hasn't mounted up the way we thought it was going to go with the off-season acquisitions. All the injuries are mounting up. Started early in the season when Courtney Vandersloot went down. They put all their eggs in one basket with Courtney Vandersloot, and once she went down, there was really no backup plan, and Chicago has suffered. Now the injuries are mounting up. Ariel Atkins has went down with a apparent leg injury. We don't know the extent of that injury. We don't know when Ariel Atkins is going to return. But the more serious injury is to Angel Reese. Now, there's some concern growing around the Chicago organization that Angel Reese might be done for the rest of the season. Now, more devastating news came out earlier today that Angel Reese is going to be out tomorrow against the Phoenix Mercury. Now, we already know the Chicago Sky are 7-20 on the season, and there's no chance, I think, that the Chicago Sky have of making the playoffs. And Angel Reese, since the All-Star break, she has only played 2 games, and that back injury keeps flaring up on her. Now, the Chicago Sky organization has to make a decision. Are they going to shut Angel Reese down for the rest of the season? Because we don't know the extent of the back injury. The news broke earlier today that she is going to be out tomorrow, and that broke on a reliable source. And a reliable source in this situation was Underdog WNBA. So give credit to them for, putting this tweet out saying Angel Reese back, ruled out for Sunday. So it has to be some concerning things regarding Angel Reese's back. Now, Angel Reese hasn't addressed the situation on how the back feels or when is she capable of coming back. We don't know that. We haven't had the story, but there's some concern around this organization that Angel Reese might be done for the rest of the season. Now, we did a show the other day talking about should Angel Reese just shut it down. A lot of people said, no, if she's healthy, she should give it a go. But guys, in this situation, man, I really don't think Angel Reese is healthy. I think that back is a serious issue, and you don't want to play with back injuries because in this situation, man, that back can flare up at any time, and you can have chronic back pains for the rest of your career. Now, we know she went down early last year with the wrist injury, and a lot of people were saying that Angel Reese was, basically faking that injury because Chicago had no chance of making the playoffs. Well, Chicago was in position to make the playoffs. If Angel Reese didn't go down last year, at the time that she went down and Kennedy Carter being out with the foot injury, Chicago would have been in the playoffs. Because at the time that Angel Reese went down, they was holding around that 7th or 8th seed. And with 5-6 games left in the season, Chicago would have made the playoffs. But let's fast forward to this year. Angel Reese's back injury is very concerning. We don't even know the particular game or when Angel Reese hurt that back. But when you're dealing with back problems or back injuries and muscle strains and anything like that, them things can linger. And you don't want this particular injury with Angel Reese to linger on. Now, we already got the report last week that she set out a couple games that Carly Bell broke, saying that she was out. But the last game she played was against the Washington Mystics. And Angel Reese had a very good game against the Washington Mystics, man. In that outing, when Angel Reese played against the Washington Mystics, she had 22 and 13 on a bad back. And a lot of people said she only played that game because she had a lot of family members in attendance and her grandmother was there to watch her play. Now, we all know that Angel Reese posted a photo of her and her grandmother, thanking her grandmother. I guess she said something around the lines that this was the first time that her grandmother was able to see her live playing in the WNBA. So I thought that was special. And Angel Reese gave it a go. She went out there and performed. And you know what Angel Reese did? Even though the Chicago Sky took another L, Angel Reese performed well with the 22 and 13. But right now, looking at the way Angel Reese was sitting on the bench the other night against the Golden State Valkyrie, I don't think that Angel Reese is really pleased and thrilled with the way this season's going, with the injuries and the losses that they have. They've been positive in their post-game press conferences talking about, we just got to stay the course. Now, we heard what the head man, Tyler Marsh, has said, man, the effort and things that he sees, he likes, but it's not contribute to wins. Last night, a lot of people said they fought hard against Golden State Valkyries, but they didn't fight hard enough because they didn't get the victory. There's no moral victories in sports. I mean, you can say what you want to say, but I don't believe in moral victories. If you take a L, you take a L. It's devastating. But the way people were saying that they fought hard because they didn't get blown out, they lost 73 to 66. In a situation like that, I'd rather get blown out. Now, you play in a close game and you still lose. It's no moral victory. So I saw the look on Angel Reese's face when she was sitting on the bench. I mean, I think Angel Reese is probably saying to herself, man, like, wow, this is unbelievable, man. And like I've tell people, as much as Angel Reese has improved offensively, it's not correlating to wins. The team that's constructed around her is bad. The defense is the worst in the WNBA. The Chicago Sky's defense is the worst in the WNBA. Outside of Angel Reese and Ariel Atkins, they are their best defenders individually. But as a team and collectively, they don't get it done. They don't cover for each other. There's no communication out there. I don't know what's going on with the coaching staff. I don't know what they conveying to these players. These players not going out there and executing. I don't know. But Angel Reese's back injury is very concerning. And there's some devastating news. And there's chirps around the Chicago organization that Angel Reese, after her rookie contract, she can potentially walk. I mean, that's just rumors. That's how the rumor mill is. That's how rumors, start picking up steam, because you say it enough, people are going to start believing it, and then you have to address it. But in this situation, if Angel Reese decides to walk from Chicago, that's a decision that she has to sit down with her family and her team to make. But Angel Reese wants to win. Angel Reese always said she's a winner. She's been a winner since her high school days, her college days, AAU days. She's a flat out winner. And this season, Jeff P led us to believe that this team was going to compete and this team was going to be a playoff contender. But he sold us wolf dreams. He sold us all kinds of dreams and fairy tales, talking about the three-point shooting. But it's the lack of three-point shooting that Chicago has. Kia Nurse, I don't know what's going on with her. She's a shell of her own self. Rebecca Allen had one good game. Now, I will say this about Rachel Banham. If you put Rachel Banham in a situation off some pick and pops and some flare screens and some down screens to shoot the ball, she can flat out shoot. It's the shots that Rachel Banham be taking that a lot of people are disgusted with. She comes down the court and she just hoisting up, jacking up threes. Chicago's offense is not built that way. And without Ariel Atkins, without a legitimate point guard, Chicago's offense is just not there. And it's just more devastating that when Angel Reese is out of the lineup, It's that this team just looks lost. Angel Reese being in the lineup, using her point forward skills and trying to make things happen for the team. And you don't have that now because you don't have Ariel Atkins and you don't have Courtney Vandersloot. They picked up a new guard, Sergi, when they waived Mariah Jefferson. She played last night, but if you pick her up, you might as well start her. She only played 18 minutes last night. But the concerning thing is Angel Reese's back injury. It's devastating news for the Chicago Skies and the Chicago Sky fans and the organization. So this is something that we got to monitor. This is something that we got to keep a close look on, because if it holds true that Angel Reese can't suit it up for the rest of the season, then you got to think about her back for her rest of her career. I see everybody in the comments section, #salute. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, turn your post notifications on so you know every time Simply Ball drops another hot banger. Oh yeah, just in case I forgot. Tell a friend to tell a friend. It might not be for you, but it might be for them. And this is going to wrap up another episode of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. I'm your host and the man behind the mic, K-Sap, and we're going to catch you on the next one. Deuces.
Thanks for listening to the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share on all major platforms.
That's all, folks.